Hello, everybody. This is Eric Erdman, and you're listening to Dealing the Sound of Mobile, where we try to showcase the amazing talent that we have here in the Mobile area music scene. And Lynn Oldshoe approached me about hosting this podcast, and we were thinking about what all it would entail and where we should do it from. And we thought, what better place than one of our local music staples, music venues, Callahan's Irish Social Club, which is a place that pretty much everybody in the scene has played here at one time or other. And it's JT here is so supportive, and it's well thought of in the music world at large. But we're definitely proud to have it, here. And so we're happy to be here in the green room of Callahan's. And today our guest is one of my favorite human beings. She's it's hard to describe. She's so awesome. Got the voice of an angel. She can write as well as anybody I've ever heard. My good friend, the amazing, incomparable Miss Emily Stuckey. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great, and I'm just honored and happy to be a part of this. This is awesome.
Oh, well, we're happy that you are here. The mobile music scene definitely wouldn't be the same without you. You've brought so much class and beauty to it. That,
some days.
But we'll get into all of that. But in case you're wondering, while we are sitting around this poker table at the Callahan's Green Room, the only piece of furniture in the middle of the room is an old crusty poker table.
Love it. I love the
So
crust.
we decided that instead of just having a basic interview, we would make a fun little game out of it and do a little metaphorical Texas Hold'em game with you. Don't worry, you don't have to know the rules of poker to play along. Yeah. So here we go. You'll get it pretty quick, I think. This first segment, we're going to say ante up and tell us about the first time that you were going to put your chips on the table to bet on yourself in the music industry.
Ooh.
Because it's risky, right?
Yeah, it's very risky, and I'm trying to get better with my performance anxiety. And when I first started out, that was that's probably why I did not start performing until my mid to late 20s, was because I was painfully shy to show any vulnerability to anyone. But years of wanting to sing in front of people, but not exactly knowing how to do that, or talking to anyone about it, it really kept me from performing and from, taking a step. I had lots of, I think, really in my early 20s. I don't know, just something hit me. I was a dental hygienist at the time, and all I wanted to do was just sing. I worked for a dentist that played really good music over the speakers, like Etta James, and just great songs. And it was like 6 CDs that he had in the overhead sound system, and they would repeat. So like I learned all these like cool songs that I'd never, lots of jazz, and it just, I don't know, it just lit something in me, and I would just thinking the whole time I was either, cleaning teeth or assisting him in whatever he was doing. I wish I could sing this song. I wish I could figure out some way to perform. Like, I really want to do this.
Well, good. Thank God for that dentist. We're all better off for his CD collection.
His CD collection was epic. He had Otis Redding in there and just some great albums. But yeah, so I think my first. So Ryan Balthrop was the first person that I ever got up and sang with. I think
that's cool. We love Ryan. We definitely need to have him on this podcast.
I used to go see him play at the pub in Fairhope, the old pub in Fairhope. It was oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Who owned it then? She was great. Gail. I can't think of her last name. But it was the grungy, funky pub, but everybody played there because it was fun.
Yep.
And so I would go hear him and his band play there, and I was like, that dude's awesome, you know, because he was playing such the good hits, you know,
Yeah.
like stuff from the band and like
Yep.
things like that, and then his original music. Well, anyway, he was hired at a house party in Daphne by my friend Wade Bradley, the Bradleys. They had this bay house, and my friends and I, they were like, come over to this bay house, and they're having a huge party and a great band. I was like, all right. Well, I got sauced up just enough. And a couple of my friends knew I could sing and wanted to do it. And they were like, hey, they were like, Brian, she can sing. And I was like, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. I don't want to get up there. I'm scared to death, you know. Well, you know, as the night went on, I continued to get sauced up. And and he finally, you know, Ryan, he's not shy.
Oh, Ryan
he was
is
like, get on up
anything
here,
but
girl. Get on up here. And I was like, all right. I jumped up there, and he was like, what songs do you know? And I was like, ooh, I don't know any. You know, because, of course, when you're put on the spot, you're not going to know anything.
Well, that brings me to a thought that I'm sure. Again, this is the point of this podcast is not our scene is better than your scene. It's just to point out the beauty and the greatness that we do have here. And one of the attributes of it, I think, is the willingness of people to just
let you
share
get up. Yeah.
and be part of it. It's not me versus you. It's we're in this together.
Yeah.
Even if you're a dental hygienist that has heard 6 CDs on the repeat,
Right.
whatever.
That's
it's
all
like,
I ever knew.
Let's go. No, but I mean,
No,
like,
it's kind of true.
At that point.
At that point,
You know,
yes.
it's not like you had a resume and you know, everyone knew that you were this as great as you are, but you wouldn't find that without that openness to share your stage.
Yeah.
And Ryan does a exceptional job of sharing
Oh,
and being
absolutely.
open with everybody. But I feel like it's also at the core of the idea of what it means to be in the mobile music scene.
Yeah, this scene over here, I've never met a more like kind, you know, musicians here that even play like Phil and Foster. Like if they, you know, have any idea that you can play anything or sing anything, they're like, "Come on up here, let's do that."
Yeah, and
including and it's a beautiful community. I mean, it
and they
blows
play
my
here
mind.
at Callahan's every Wednesday at a free show, which it's really cool to me also to see the fan base, because it's like anywhere at any time, it's just human nature. If you see something repeatedly and it's free, you might value it less. But luckily we don't, because we shouldn't, because it is not, that's world class music they're doing in there. And
those guys are like top tier players, singers, songwriters, and the fact that there's no ego to let people come in and experience joy with them, or like get, you know, to play whatever they can play, and they just add to it and support them, and that's incredible.
Well,
to
as
me.
a fan of them and music in general, like to me, it's even more impressive. Like it not only showcases you that we're unfamiliar with at the time, and open the door to know you and all your greatness. It showcases how great they are, that they can just play at a high level with anybody. So it's not like here. I mean, it is a sacrifice for them. They don't have to share the stage, but it's cool that there's a more benefit.
That they want to
it.
do that. That brings them joy too.
Yeah,
they get just as much out of it.
It's just a big old love fest.
It
is. Big old family.
It's crazy, and so people now know that, and Wednesday night, it's hard to get up in here at Callahan's.
Oh, it's packed in Callahan's. And they've been doing it, I forget if they said 11 years or 14 years. I'm bad with it. I think 11 years. But
oh, my God.
Yeah. But, yeah, and it's like, it is special. So if you come through Mobile, you know, stop by Callahan's.
Better stop by here on a Wednesday night.
You will hear some exceptional music.
Yeah, no doubt.
Phil and Foster and whoever else happens to meander through.
I love it.
And, yeah. So it's interesting to hear you talk about your performance anxiety, because one thing I've always respected and loved about you is like there's a lot of people that like I feel like just have this innate natural pull, like it feels like the songs they're singing are coming from their soul, and then there's also people who have gone to Berkeley and learned every note that possibly, and they're both great, but it's not always that those two things overlap in one person. And to me, it feels like you just purely sing, but you clearly have a great understanding of technique in music. I don't know if you just learned that along the way, or did you have you ever classically study any sort of, you
No.
take music classes or
I'm
just
not
sing?
formally trained in any way, shape, or form.
Well, you
And I
clearly
think
have an
that's-
exceptional ear because you do some pretty advanced music.
I'm self-taught, everything. And that came from picking out pieces and parts of melodies of songs that I loved from, I don't know, I remember being 3 and 4 and picking out pieces and parts of songs that I would hear. And I literally drove my family crazy because I would sing that melody or that part over and over and over and over. And it was like a broken record until I could nail it, just like that singer or that instrumental part was doing. And I would sing it because I couldn't play anything. I didn't play anything until my late 20s, guitar, or mid 20s. So I kind of just taught myself, and I was doing it naturally because I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a release for me from, whatever, because my parents were divorced and that was really hard.
Yeah.
And I noticed I would just be humming and singing and I would feel immediately better. Whatever was going on in life, it was my outlet to release. And it still is.
That's beautiful. And I mean, as a fan of yours, you can feel that. I think it's it just comes out of you.
I hope so.
And,
that is really, I didn't realize that was mostly why I do it, is because it is a release, and I hope that it's also a release for someone to hear it and encourage them to, it does something. Music does something to you.
Isn't that cool? You feel like, thank you for letting me get that off my
chest.
And then at the same time, that somebody else goes, thank you for getting that off of my chest. And it's this big cyclical.
It's relatable.
It's encouraging again to do it some more. So have you found over time that anxiety is lessened with more iteration? Nope.
Not at all.
You're still that 6 CD dental hygienist.
Yes,
every gig.
and I've been with the Krickets all weekend for the past 4 months. Every other weekend we get together because we're preparing for these album releases coming up.
Yeah.
And so Sunday I kind of had a breakdown. And I was like, I can't do this. The anxiety was literally taking over. And thank God I'm surrounded with great band members and great friends that are encouraging, it's going to be okay. You're strong and steady. You just need to remember that and let it go.
As your friends, then we want to go what are you worried about? You're this magic person, but it's you can't. The advice can't be don't be nervous. That that fixes literally nothing. That changes nothing. But
yeah.
But just know on this side of your microphone, you're helping all of us. So it's not even about you; it's about us. No, I'm just kidding. So really, give it over, and
it
and
is
do.
about that. But I am a perfectionist, and when it comes to when the control side of it takes over, I realize, listening back to things, that it's not as good. It doesn't flow as well as to when I let go and tap into that flow. And I can almost feel the energy bouncing off from other people in the crowds. That's when cool. It does tap. It's it hits a certain thing, frequencies and stuff. That's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, you talked about the Krickets. You do multiple different, musical endeavors. But the Krickets have seen a lot of success around the country and the world. And anyway, tell us about that. I know you have a brand new music out.
Yeah.
I don't know when this podcast is going to drop in relation to your album release, but close.
Yeah, very close. Gosh, yeah. So we raised money. The wonderful, beautiful people in this community and many communities around were like, oh my gosh, they're trying to create a third record, and it's been 6 years since we've put out an album. And so we just got some beautiful support, and we were able to go to Muscle Shoals where we recorded our first album and record that music. And so we did that, and it was an amazing experience. Austin Motlow was our producer.
Very
and
cool. Did you use? Did you bring musicians in with you, or did you use Muscle Shoals people, or a blend of the two?
So he brought in a guy, Saul Philcox Littlefield, Phil Cox Littlefield. I think I'm saying his name wrong. Saul is his name. Incredible musician. He played drums, some crazy percussion parts. He played bass. He played 3 or 4 different styles of guitar. He played banjo and he played mandolin.
Oh,
He's
my
a
goodness.
session musician now, fully. And he plays on, I mean, you could Google his name and just see on people's albums what he's done on them. But he and Austin would sit down and he would just fill out the song, and then he'd be like, all right. And he'd go in there and just nail out these like stanky rhythms.
Nice.
I mean, it was wild to watch this guy create, because he was in Candyland the whole time he was doing it. You'd hear him in there playing drums, and then after he got in, he'd be like, yeah! Woo! I mean, it was awesome. Then he'd come in there and play bass. It was wild.
Talk about energy.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal energy.
That's great. The Stevie Wonder approach. Play everything. Or
Dude,
Prince.
I mean,
what do you need?
We were blown away. We would just sit there with our mouths open, and you know, he would be in the same room and he was playing bass and guitar and a few of the other acoustic instruments that he played, and we would just watch him, and he was like in this state of, I can only explain it as the God pouring out. Just, I don't know. It blew my mind.
Are there any tracks from the? How many tracks did you do? First of all,
we did. I think there's 10 total on this album. I think 10.
Are there any? I don't know. This is just me being interested. Are there any tracks that specifically stand out to you that were just super easy and maybe just came out once, and then some that were like more difficult children? Because that's how that always happens in the studio.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't make the song better or worse. It's just, it's funny to me how the ones you least expect will just flow out, and other ones you'll have to track it 16 times to get it right.
No, this dude tracked it 1 or 2 times. Every single
10.
one of them.
Holy cow!
Every single one of them.
I need to work with this guy.
Listen, let me tell you something. We had 10 days to record this album at the studio.
Yeah, what studio did you work at?
So we use SunDrop Sounds. That is Ben Tanner and John Paul White.
Love both
and
of
there's
them. Shout
2
out Ben.
other
Shout out John Paul.
guys that own it. And this is their studio.
Cool.
And then Austin, you know, he's doing his own projects now out of it. And Ben Tanner's, who actually, he couldn't do it. Our first guy, yeah, there's a picture of him behind us. Single Lot guys. They're
Sorry,
awesome.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. But Ben was like, I'm super busy right now and I can't do it. But Austin, Motlow, who you know, who's been here a while, he's great. I think you should check him out. And we were like, yes. We listened to a few things he had done, and we're like, yes.
Isn't it great that it's like we were talking about the energy and the kind of dance between the performance on stage and the audience, but it's the same way between the band and the producer.
Yeah.
And it's like when you get it and it just clicks. I mean,
it flowed in
everything
there.
gets better and brighter.
Yeah, it did. It did. Saul sat down and listened to the tracks, and he was like, yeah, oh, let's go do it. And he would just crank it out. And it was like, whoa.
Sure is fun when it's easy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now since we're sitting around the poker table, let's get to the first cards we're going to deal you. It's called the flop, and in this little segment, if you can remember, no pressure, but if you can remember one, is there a song in all your catalog where you sat at the house, you wrote the song, you went over it 1,000 times till you got it just perfect, and it says exactly what you wanted, and then you took it out and you performed it on stage, and it just kind of didn't land exactly as well as you had initially thought of.
Well, now that you word it like that, I think that happens every single time.
Well, maybe you have high expectations because I've been there for some of them, and they seem to land beautifully, on us. But
I mean,
but it's your feeling. I'm not trying to take away your
no,
answer.
I will go and work on things, and they will come out completely different when I perform them live.
Oh wow! Even the first time, like you mean, like
Yeah,
practice it one way on
I
the couch.
never know. I feel like I'm always holding my breath up there when I perform.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than keep doing whatever.
I mean, I'm not because I'm singing,
right.
but
All right. Well, look, we're just happy that you keep making the songs and keep performing them because it's special to be in the audience. If you haven't been in the audience, go see Emily Stuckey and also the Krickets.
Thank you.
I promise you. If you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. How about that?
Yeah.
It's the Eric
Erdman
Erdman money back guarantee.
Yep.
Speaking of the Krickets, you want to pick a song maybe to play?
Yeah. Oh God, they're all delicious. I've loved every single one of our records we've made, but this one I just can't get enough of, like listening to. Oh man.
Yeah, I've heard you got, is it 3 singles out right now?
So we put 4 out. We just put that last one out like last week.
Okay, that might be late.
Yeah, the full album will drop on the 30th. When is that? Like 2 days from now?
Right, yeah, 2 days.
I don't know what day it is.
But yeah, it was one of those singles that Austin really got it. That you're like, that really landed exactly how we. I mean, I guess from your description, all of them, but I mean, it's one that stands out.
Let Me Be is pretty wild. It takes you on all kinds of little different rides.
Cool.
There's some little special things in there.
What's the essence of the song? What's it about?
This one's like a cry out to like the beginning. It's like a 3-part harmony coming out strong. Lord, save me from my own hell. But it's just like basically letting go of things that hold you down in life. You're crying out for a release, basically. If you're going through something heavy in life, this is what that song is talking about. Like, just let me be, let it go, let it be what it is gonna be, because that's just how it is.
So here you go from the brand new album by the Krickets, Let Me Be. you go. Brand new music from the Krickets.
Thank you.
Go get it. Go stream it. Go listen to it on repeat. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I love. You want to talk about the Krickets a little bit? Like, I know you're geographically kind of spread along the coast, but how did it come? You come together and come to be a group?
So, so let's see. In 2014, my husband Robbie and I moved over to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. And we wanted to live over there for a little bit and have some beach time and some music time. Because, that scene over there is, like, fun. It's got some great... And plus, the sands there, the water there, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
We wanted to check that area out for a while. And at the time, the band member Melissa Bowman, who used to be in the original band, she and I were friends because we played over here in Mobile, and we had a duo together. And anyway, her family lived over in Port St. Joe, Florida, so she moved back over there. And so when Robbie and I moved there, I let her know. I was like, hey, we moved over here. And she was like, no way. And she came and met us at the 30A Songwriters Festival. And by then, I had already put out a little EP years ago, and she wanted me to play some songs for her. And she was like, "Well, I've been jamming with Lauren Spring from Port St. Joe. We've got a duo. Come over and listen to us." And I was like, "All right." Well, I drove over there, and they were awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Lauren.
Yeah, Miss Spring, love her. She's awesome. So anyway, I met her, and they got together. They started a cancer fund benefit, breast cancer fund for a young girl, Kricket Russell, who lost her. She was 22. She lost her battle to breast cancer, and didn't have the money to pay for treatment. And so that was really, really heavy. And Lauren was friends with the girl's parents. So they named the band after her originally. So then when I joined the band, we kind of changed it around a little bit, but still kept that common thread.
Yeah.
So when we sell our albums and stuff, a percentage of that goes to that fund to ensure
wonderful.
The ladies over there, because it's very rural over there. I mean, that town is, oh man, it's tiny.
Yep.
All that area, and those folks need some help. And now I'm happy to say, like, they have enough funding now for the next 10 years, and that's just from their community coming together.
Yeah, but that's so.
Yeah.
Rare and kind of y'all to permanently give part of your money to.
I love
to such
those
a
people over
thing.
there. They are fun and funny, and they're just a joy to be around. They have some of the coolest characters, just wild characters. Like, there was one lady, Annie, and she would dance with her broom to whatever band was playing in the bar. She was great.
Oh, let's write the song Annie's Broom.
Annie's broom.
I want to dance with Annie's broom.
She'd go get that broom in the corner, that funky old broom, and she just dance away.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that's how I joined the band, and we kept together, and then there's been 3 babies born within the band.
All right,
So,
y'all are they're producing the rhythm section for the Krickets.
right? Yeah.
Homegrown.
Homegrown, man.
Homegrown rhythm section.
It's wild to me. It's wild to me, but we've grown up together. We've had babies, and we've members have left just to change a life. And
yeah, but you've grown as humans, but
Yeah.
you've also grown. Your music's grown because
It has.
we've always
It's
loved you around
changed.
here and thought considers you one of the jewels in our crown of being in
man.
the scene. But like you've far outstretched here, and your music's heard far and wide. I know you tour some and play, and you've been awarded many times. Not to put you on the spot or be
Yeah.
embarrassing, but yeah, tell us about at least a few of the accolades you got as the Krickets. Not to make you brag on yourself, but
so we won an award for Cool Cool Water off that first album, and then our second album, Redbird.
Yep.
But both of those songs are about. Cool Cool Water is about this area. It's about Magnolia Springs, and then Redbird is about loss, family loss, and things like that. And it's got a couple little jewels in there about this area. I cannot help but to tie in. I don't do it on purpose, but things about Mobile and Baldwin County just find their way in my songs naturally. It's not that I'm intentionally doing that. It just happens.
It just makes, for those of us from here, it just adds a little flair. Like, I know what she's talking about.
I know, and it's funny because like at those moments when we're performing these songs, I like look at my people out in the audience. I'm like, I'm writing this about y'all, about our this beautiful area.
Well, I feel like we've probably already covered this in the first thing, but the next card in our poker game is the turn. And at what point did music turn for you from being something that was probably more of a hobby or just something you could make a couple of dollars on the weekends to something you were a little more serious about professionally?
Well, let's see. Backing up to Melissa Bowman, I met her. She was in a band with Justin Phobes, and they were buddies with Ryan. And she really encouraged me to put, because I had little pieces and parts for like Sweet Home, one of my songs. And I wrote that with the guy from Fairhead, Corey Resner, years ago. And she was like, that's a great song. I think you should play that out. You have talent. Like, I'm blown away. Like, you should be performing this live. And, there weren't a whole lot of female musicians around here. There was Christy Lee, who I absolutely look up to. And
my girl.
My Lord, I know, she's amazing. So I would go see her. But there weren't a whole lot of females. There's Donna Hall, who I absolutely, am blown away by every time I see her perform. She is, just incredible. So anyway, I don't know, and I was so shy then, but I just started jumping in at open mics and jams and stuff like that. And it was Ryan, and it was all the musicians around here that were like, you should play more. You should do this more. You should put your music out there. And then I met Savannah Crawford and Anthony Crawford, and Anthony was recording, he was producing albums then. And so I approached them. I can't remember how we met or how that came about, but he produced an EP for me, and it was the first thing I'd ever put out. And so that's kind of how it all, and actually Lynn, you were around interviewing musicians, and the Mulligan brothers were around, and Eric Erdman, and then we met, and then Chick Fest.
Yep.
So I kind of just was
round in there.
People were kind to me and involved me in things, which blew me away.
Well, there's the music, and like we said earlier, that it feels like people are welcoming to at least, share the stage with you. But I think I also find a lot of my favorite human beings, like, forget the music. I mean, it's lucky that they're also good at music, too. But but besides that, even if they weren't, like, even when the music stops and you walk off the stage, it's just, they're also welcoming as a community. I just love it. I'm so proud and happy to be part of it. And it's
Me
like,
too.
It would be easy to welcome you in that as a musician and as a gentle soul that we all adore. And it's funny when you say, not funny, but from my side of this table, when you like mention Donna Hall and Christy Lee with reverence, as we all should, they have the same reverence for you. Like, just know that you are in the same echelon in the community.
It's wild. That blows me away.
The dental hygienist / legend.
The dental hygienist that broke loose of the
well, we're all
dental
happy
things.
that you did. let's see.
Thank
You
God,
want
thank
to?
goodness.
Would you gift us with a song?
Well, since you're asking.
Okay. Tell us about the song you're gonna sing. Is this from the new project?
Yeah, this is going to be dropping the 30th of this month. It's called Rain. I wrote it about just letting things flow and go. Got all this useless stuff living in my head, like I ain't had enough, ain't no tears left. It's my fault, it's my sin, you don't have to deal with it, but I gotta face it, I gotta live it. It all feels like rain, rain, falling down on me. Rain, 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 that's all I need, yeah, rain. This rain. Slow down and breathe it in, and I close my eyes and let the peace begin, and I tilt my head up to the sky and I sing, whoa, rain, rain, falling down on me. Rain, 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 that's all I need, oh, rain. This rain. God, this is so old. Help me let it go. God, this is so old. Help me let it go. Whoa, rain, rain. I need some rain on me, please fall. I need some rain, please fall down on me. Rain, rain, falling down on me. Rain, 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 that's all I need, yeah, rain. This rain. This rain. Ooh, rain. Whoa, rain. This rain.
Oh, I don't know exactly what I did with my life to be lucky enough
I
to be
screwed
sitting in
that
a
up.
room.
It wasn't that on the record.
I don't know how you could call anything in that screwed up, but I'm just so lucky to get to sit here and listen to you. It's one of my it's a privilege to get to hear you play
Thank
and
you
sing.
both for having me.
Oh, yeah.
This was so wonderful, and I'm so proud of this community and these singer-songwriters and musicians around here. I just think we have one of the richest, most beautiful communities ever. And
Me
that's
too.
not to say that the rest of the world isn't as beautiful and whatnot.
Right, but
I'm proud of Mobile.
me too, and I'm definitely it's better having you in it. As I'm listening to you talk about being so nervous and having anxiety still, and not starting to play an instrument for so late in your career, like to me it just sounds like the most effortless thing ever coming out of you. It just comes from I feel like the rest of us are struggling for what just flows out of you like rain, and I was just wondering, like you've already said that it's can be nerve-wracking for you, but is there times that you remember of where, like, you couldn't even get yourself to open your mouth?
I've had a few opportunities in my life as a young person, as a teenager, actually, to to further my career or actually have a career even in music. But because I was so painfully shy and scared of being vulnerable, I did not try to further that in any way. But in one particular instance, I remember I was working at the Grand Hotel in Point Clear, Alabama, right down the road, across the pond there. And I think I was probably 17 at the time. And Aerosmith, this was in 2003 or 4, they were playing at the Pensacola Civic Center. But they were staying at the Grand to be kind of incognito, because, there's not a whole lot out there in Point Clear. And so this particular night, I was working in the Grand Dining Room and as a hostess. So here walks in the whole band, and, they're in their, like, just rock band get up, tight leather pants, man, wild makeup, more so than I had ever seen in my life, Like, the eye makeup was better than I could ever do in my entire life. And here comes Steve, and he kind of makes his way through the band, and he's up at the front, and, the podium, where I am, being a hostess. And my jaw almost fell to the ground because of all of that. And then he says, hey, and I'm like, how many will it be? And, hi, and, I don't remember what I said. It was just a few little words like that.
The poise you had to not go walk this way.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm in, and that band is one of my favorite bands of all time. My dad legends. I just cracked out on their albums because he loved them so much, and I knew their music, and I could not believe my eyes that they were all in front of me, waiting to be seated. So anyway, after I get my few little fumbly words out of my job at the time, he says, "Can you sing? Are you a singer?"
Oh, that's a weird question to ask the host.
It was like total eye contact. Like, he wasn't going to leave until I gave him an answer. And it made me so scared because I was so painfully shy then. And my other high school buddies were working with me, and they didn't know I could sing. I think one of them had caught me singing before, and, like, she knew I could sing. But I said, yeah, I'll have to do that for you sometime. Just totally blew it off, Yeah. Steven Tyler, the Steven Tyler. And he was like, okay. And the hostess that took him to his seat, and I never saw him again.
Oh, if he only knew now. If he could hear. Steven Tyler, if you're listening, somebody get this to Steven Tyler and let him know that, by the way, that hostess could really sing and still does.
Yeah, but it wasn't my time, and because I beat myself up for years about it, but it just wasn't the time for me. I just wasn't secure enough as a person in myself to allow my craft and my talent and that fully where it was coming from. I would have just gone with whatever they had me do, and I don't know that wasn't good for me.
That's really cool. I mean, not cool that you were shy and embarrassed at that point, but it shows maturity actually, even at that level, that, like, you want to do it, but do it. Do what is authentically you, not just,
I think God had me then.
Dance, chicken, dance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do whatever.
And I would have, because I was a vulnerable teenager,
Well, there's something in our scene, too, that I think I can recognize across genres and whatever. And, again, not saying it's unique only to our area, but I feel like I can hear something Mobile-ish. Mm-hmm. And I'm including our whole area. I don't mean just our city, Fairhope and the whole area, but it's there does tend to be like an authenticity and a genuine thing to it, whether it's hip hop, R&B, folk, whatever everybody's doing. you don't feel like people are doing it necessarily for commercial success. Even if they have it, they're saying their truth. And like, to your point, if you would have just been like, you sound good, sing whatever the top 40 hit would be, like, that's not authentically Emily, like Redbird would be.
Yeah.
And until you had that, it didn't feel right for you to throw that to the world. And I think that's very telling and very cool. And
I didn't have a clue. I was not a clue.
well, we all do now.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thankful I get to do it, and I'm able to express. And if that touches anybody and heals, that is my goal.
Wonderful. All right. Well, let's get to the final card in our metaphorical card game, which is the river, which is, let's just say you were going to go to the Mobile River or wherever your honey hole is of fishing is. You got to take somebody fishing. Who are you taking?
Oh my gosh.
And note, it could be somebody you just think is really good at fishing, or it could be somebody that you'd like to bring because you want to hear the story they tell afterwards.
Oh, I'm going to take somebody that's going to make me laugh the whole time.
That's good.
Ooh, and it's funny because the first person who came to mind was Stan Foster.
Oh, that's great. Stan would be a great fishing buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Stan would be because he's so fun. And I hadn't seen him in a long time, so it would be fun to catch up.
That's perfect. I wonder if Stan's a good fisherman or not. I don't know. We should test it out.
And Donna is too. Oh
we know
my God.
Donna's
well, probably
a great
both
fisherman.
of them. I'd probably be like, can y'all both come? And because then, whoa, that'd be awesome.
All right, let's plan it. We might actually. This has all been just a metaphorical fishing trip, but maybe we might have to plan the Dealing the Sound of Mobile actual fishing trip.
I'm telling you, I know Donna's a dang good fisher. I've heard that many a time, and also Christy Lee's a
I know Christy Lee she's a great fisherwoman. Fisher person. We'll have both of them on here. I'm sure they'll have maybe we can get them to divulge their actual, honey hole fishing spot. But anyway, that's for later. Right now, before we end our card game, thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm honored.
Such an important part of our music scene, and I just love you. And
I love you too.
Before we shuffle for the next episode, let's just say you're pushing all your chips in. You got to go all in and put your chips behind one Mobile area artist that the world should know more than they do.
All right, I got two.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
We make the rules. You can break them.
Gabe Willis.
Yes.
And David Chattel.
Completely both valid. Love both of those guys. They're multi-talented instrumentalists and singers. Like, two great ones. We'll try to get both of them on the podcast. And
Awesome.
Thank you again for being here.
Thank y'all.
Miss Emily Stuckey.
Goodbye.
That was Emily Stuckey, and thank you so much for listening to Dealing the Mobile Sound, brought to you from Callahan's Green Room. Thank you again to Callahan's for providing the space and the support to allow us to do this podcast. Be sure to check out all of our upcoming and archived episodes on all of the Dealing the Mobile Sound social medias. Also, if you'd like to hear more music by Emily and all of our other guests, check out mobilebayradio.com. Until next time, I'm Eric Erdman. Thank you for listening.